It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Bears and the Titans, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Chicago Bears and the Tennessee Titans. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Now it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Oh, there's... for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the 50, here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Montgomery. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They try again with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bears put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Tannehill. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Tannehill on target to Burks. 1st down, Tennessee. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Henry.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On the move to his left. And that will be incomplete. So the Titans are forced to punt as Brett Kern is on to do the honors. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fields now to throw.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's Fields.
This one is Slayton over the middle.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. They also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Montgomery running right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Fields.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Henry again on second down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Here's Tannehill.
Caught by Woods.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears.
we get set to begin quarter number 2. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That's into the hands of Isaiah Coulter. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. McSorley sets to pass. That's going to be caught by Coulter. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And off comes to Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 2nd and 9. McSorley. And Sharp calls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's McSorley to throw. Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 34. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. McSorley, 1st and 10. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to get going again. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Elijah Molden up to make the stop.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is McSorley. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They begin with Henry.
Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just trying to find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Down carry for Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Tannehill.
As this complete to Woods.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Henry up the middle. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Henry. And the ball is knocked out. Could have been a
but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Henry diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A 10-play drive that time. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Onto the field now come the Bears. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now McSorley. Jones has it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Up the middle, Jones.
He'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this 1-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again.
And there's still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will set up shop with outstanding field possession in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
To throw again on 2nd down. McSorley got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Chark from 17 yards out.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the... Titans off.
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw, Tannehill. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Roquan Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Call it a gain of a yard as it brings us to the end of the first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. And meanwhile, for the Titans, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. These 2 coaching staffs are likely using this game as their dress rehearsal for the regular season, so some final adjustments being made. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Ready?
To the air on first down. Here's Willis.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Let's go now.
Throwing again on second down. Willis throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Haskins trying to pick it up.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Seibert's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you that they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Here's McDonald to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
He's going to keep this again.
And he's going to take this. The 44-yard line. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
From the gun, it's McDonald. He gets this to Coulter complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 24, Willis. He finds his man, complete. It's Brooks. 7 yards there and a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Willis will look to throw on first down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw there complete to Allen.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Play action. Here's Willis.
Rolling to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 2nd down, here's a run from Haskins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here's Willis.
And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed. No space to fit in the football.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
The Bears now ready to take over again.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On second down, they'll run it here. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 43-yard line. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. On 3rd down, Herbert. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense has other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And he'll decide to keep this once more.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They go play action with McDonald. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Here we go.
1st and 10 now. Willis and the Titans
At their own 24.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
He's got Allen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Willis looking to throw it.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. 2nd down, here's Willis. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack.
Willis.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Let's go now.
Now Willis.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within one score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Kick catching is fair catching. Kicking is fair.
A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
Now, worth reminding at this point, no overtime in the preseason, but that may not come into play here in a 2-score game late.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Willis to throw.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here's Willis.
Wide open receiver, complete. And he will have the Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing, Willis. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a half happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.